Hello everybody, it's Leanne Greff with today's live video. I am in Minot, North Dakota in the US, and every Tuesday at 11 o'clock I show or teach some projects. And I'm going to get my laptop synced up so I can try and watch for comments. Okay, looks like we're live and in the right place. So say hi, let me know you're here, where you're from. If it's your first time here, I'd like to know that as well. I have some new sneak peeks products to show you today that are going to be out in November as new online exclusives. So good morning, Trina, first one on today. All right, okay, I guess we're live, so we will get going. I'm going to start off with our inventory status report while people are joining us. There's a few things on here. One stamp set, a couple dies, embossing folder, a couple of our newest online exclusive designer paper. This one's coming up next week, hopefully, the Peaceful Garden. And a few others are in November, unfortunately. Some ink pads, ink refills, sponge daubers. Fine tip glue has been gone for months. I don't know where they're getting that, but it's taken a long time to get here if you're waiting. Yeah, hello, good morning everybody. Thanks for popping in and saying hi and where you're from. Appreciate that. Everybody likes to see where people are watching from. All right, I sure appreciate you tuning in. Most of you tune in every Tuesday that have said hi so far. So yeah, Debbie, congratulations. Debbie just popped in and she won the tutorial, the free tutorial from last week's video. So that means she can pick out a free tutorial from my shop. And that is where I have my kits, my tutorials, my glue stands to hold our glue. My husband makes these with his 3D printers. So, and I will show you one of I'm almost sold out of the other kits for October. I think I have a couple of the Modern Christmas left. But congratulations, Debbie. Thank you so much for commenting on last week's video. So if you want a free tutorial valued at $16, send me a comment or share and you will be in the drawing for a prize for next week's video. All right, so, excuse me. The kit I'm going to show you today is one I have the most left of, and that is my Autumn Abundance kit. So these are, let's see, you get 12 cards. So I took a paper pumpkin kit and jazzed it up to create 12 cards instead of 9. And these are the cards that you get. Everything is pre-cut for you. You do need to cut a couple of your card bases in half and cut them down. And this part right here, I did texture, not necessary, but you'll get all the pre-punched and tags and pieces for the kit and follow the directions in the kit. All the little, I guess, die cuts, you would say, from the kit and a share of gems. So that is, I believe, $30 in my store at Flowerbugs Ink Spot. So if you're needing some more fall cards and you use whatever gradings you want. You need basically either a fall color like a Cajun Craze or a yellow or a brown would work for all of them. I did use some navy for some of them. So yeah, any greetings will work. I designed my cards that all you'll need is a paper trimmer, greetings, and ink. So go ahead and go over to flowerbugshop.com to see what I have left for kits. I have multiples from the last few months. So it always is best to order more than one because you save on shipping. Basically, shipping is the same whether you order 1 or 3. So because we use priority shipping. So don't forget, my blog has changed. The link is the same. However, if you have a saved link, you need to update it. This will take you to my old TypePad blog, which is no more. Now I have a WordPress blog, which, like I said, the link is the same. We own it, but you have to update it or just go there. But there is on the side on the right, there's a little box that says don't miss a post. I highly recommend you subscribe to it. I usually post Monday through Fridays. Taking a day off every now and then with lots of projects and of course updates on what's happening within Stampin' Up. So they just announced yesterday that we have free shipping coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week, October 22nd through the 24th. Now that is with an order of $75 or more. So you can go right to shopwithleanne.com to place an order. Any order at all from anybody will receive my Modern Christmas PDF tutorial. So this is gorgeous designer paper with black, white, and gold. And you may want to have the bundle, and for sure you'll want the paper, Modern Christmas specialty paper with lots of gold. So lots of ideas in that, but yeah, I hope you take advantage of free shipping. And for those of you who are new to my team, we've had 12 new new flower bugs, basically, because my team is called the Flower Bugs. Join us in October so far, and that is a great opportunity to put your first order in with free shipping. Just has to be over $75. So speaking of new flower bugs, you can join. I can't believe the deal. You can join as a demonstrator, pick out a starter kit for just $35. It's like unreal to me that they're dropping it this far. But they're on the hunt for new demonstrators and trying to grow their business and not decline like a lot of home-based businesses have been these last few years. So for $35, you can pick $125 worth of product. Pay $35, no shipping, tax is all you are added on. And then from then on, you get at minimum 20% off further orders, and you also get these benefits right here. So you get $90 off either way, but I'm saying spend the $35 instead of the $99 and save that $64 difference and put that towards your next order, because then you'll get it free shipping if you do it this week. So you get free shipping on this purchase, you get a free paper pumpkin kit. You have 6 months to meet your first $300 minimum. Every order up until March counts towards your first $300. And you get to pre-order from the new spring catalog in November, and the new annual catalog in March, all at 20% off. That means new in colors, new products. Everybody in my team gets my tutorials for free. This month I have 5 free tutorials for them. It's at least 4. So yeah, they get a newsletter with tutorials, and they can go back for years and get my tutorials for free. It's one of the perks of being a flower bug. So I hope you'll consider that and use this, what do they call these? Drawing a blank now. QR code. On your phone, or to get right to my website. You can go to flowerbug.net. That's my blog, and at the top it says join here. That's where you'll find the link. So it'll also be in the video description after we're done here. Also, everybody who places an order over $55 with me will receive a 3-card kit that has layers, die cuts, designer paper, and the tutorial. So you'll receive that kit for these 3 cards in the mail when you place an order over $55 during October. I usually have an ordering special. Okay, did I cover it all? Let me see here. Join, free shipping, free project tutorial, card kit. Don't forget to comment and share to get in on the door prize drawing. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Let me just wet my throat here, just to keep the talking going. Okay, I'm going to share some new products that are available in the November online exclusives. But did you know that when you join and purchase the starter kit this month, you can choose these in your starter kit? That's what's really cool. So we have this neat, now this is also new packaging. So this is how our stamp sets will come. This is long. This has got to be about 8-9 inches. And they are like this. So there's an easy flap opening. And this is what they look like. So I put a piece of cheap black paper. I don't know why, I just want to see them. And without that, I can't see them. And I know they're on the front and they are the correct size. Everything is the correct size on the front label. I don't know, I just want to see them. So this is a bundle called Swirled Designs. And it comes with this stamp set and these dies. Oh, I wish I would have cut these out, but I will likely do some project with these in November when they start going active for everybody. But aren't they cool? Love the swirls, the layers. Yeah, this is going to be so fun to work with. Background stamps and plus all these fun swirls, shapes. So that is one of the new bundles, Swirled Designs. So I rubber band mine together. It'll probably end up in my dies drawer, this one, because it does not necessarily go with this as far as matching. I mean, it coordinates, but it doesn't match per se. So that's one of the new bundles. Okay, then we have this one, Banner Sayings. I hope I'm holding them so you can see well. Here is a new punch. Triple banner, I'm not sure what it's called. I forgot already. So that is great. Greetings in both serif font and what's the other kind of font? I don't know, but curvy and straight typed font. So that'll be really fun. I like the different banner shapes. It'll be fun to use. Yes, they will. You're right, Char. Both will fit in one pack if you want to keep them together and save space. I know some people are not thrilled that they will no longer have a where is my stamp set? I bet it's over on my, anyway, hold on a second. Oh, I know why I can't find it, because it's the new size. But in the past, all of our stamp sets came in the cases. Now, starting in November, everything new will be in this style. So some people love that because it'll save space. I mean, how many can you get in the same spot? Probably like 5 or 6 in the same space if you are a space lover. Some people that have a system that fits this size are a little disappointed that this will not fit anymore. But some people are getting like bins, and then you rifle through, you can see exactly what's in every one of them from the front, but not from the side. Although the only thing I really look at on the side is the name. So because this is so small. So there are pluses and minuses to having this new style. Yeah. So another one that I'll be using today, a new stamp set, is called Delicate Framing. Isn't that gorgeous font? This is a new stamp set that we'll be getting. And I'll be sharing, this is a new set of dies, Creative Haven dies. So they have some tags and the ability to make tags inside these. So you can add these to the top of this to make a tag banner. You can add these 2 curves to this curved one. And then these already have them built in. And then they have these fun leaves, which I'll show you today. And then one of the bundles I'll be playing with today is Words of Beauty. And that is a set of stamps and a set of dies that coordinate. So the words just and because have 3. You can do the main word, and then you can do a layer, and then you can do a bigger layer. So on all these, and then plus you have these little banners styles in that one. So yeah, that's this one. All right, that's that bundle. And is there one more? Yes, the one I'm going to play with today. So moving on, let's get these in my bins so I can show you what I'm going to make and be somewhat organized. Okay, there's a new ribbon, and this is garden green and white, I think it's 1/8 inch ribbon, kind of a chevron ribbon. So that's fun to get a new skinny ribbon, which we all tend to gravitate towards, the thinner ribbons. And we have a new set of gems. I hope that one shouldn't be in there. It came off from the other set. I'll put it right there for now. So these look like regal to me, although this is, I think this is espresso. Oh, I'm not sure if that's Cajun Craze or I think it's Cajun Craze. And maybe Misty Moonlight or Balmy Blue. Oh no, it is Lost Lagoon, I believe. So pecan pie. So don't quote me on those. I do not have my cheat sheet here with me. So, but those are nice flat embellishments. Then we have this pretty embossing folder. So it's called Beautiful Pattern. And let me see if I can, I don't know if that helps or not. So it's like a stitched pattern with crisscross pattern. So that's going to be great. I've been looking for that. Sometimes we need these type that look like almost cross stitching or stitching for various techniques that we're doing. So those are some, and then I have some papers. Okay. First one that I'm going to feature, well, I'm going to show you the one I'm not featuring today. And this one is called Hobby Haven. And look at this. So it has books. It has like splatter background. This one is spa. There's this. And then there is a kitchen with the green background. And then there are a bunch of die cuts in here for adding on to scrapbooking, cards, whatever. Then we have the petal pink with kind of plants and relaxation. Next we have this beautiful, I think it's Coastal Cabana and hobby. Knitting, sewing, I don't know what else. I think quilting. I don't think there really is stamping in this one, but it has a lot of the things that we would probably use. So yeah, isn't that cute? Hobby Haven. That's that designer paper. All right, and then the one I'm featuring today is called Brushed with Beauty. So this is the one I chose. I made a swap that I'm going to share with you today with this paper, and I thought I'm going to make it on my video, and then I have another couple cards to show you as well that I made. So yeah, the colors in this, I guess I could have got the other one out, are Crushed Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Secret Sea, and Vanilla. So those are the colors here. I found that crumb cake matches. So did I say crumb cake? It matches very well on here as also. Okay, all right. So the first card I'm going to make is this one here. So this is a new bundle that I had to have because it had leaves in it. So here you can see there's 2 die cuts for this right here to match the stamp. It's upside down basically, but let me pull it out. And this is called Friendly Foliage. Totally my jam. So I just love that. I like anything wispy, leafy, whatever. So that was cut out with this. Okay, so that's how that works. And then there's also one that cuts the inside out. Now I did not do that this time. I didn't do the inside. I did use the greeting. Here's what I did with the inside. I used these 2 to create that for the inside. So I'm going to walk you through this. Friendly Foliage. All right. Did I lose? Yes, I did. I have a sponge dauber that I was going to use, but it's not in there. Okay, so we're going to make the one that has the cutout. So you see the difference here on the front. So I use that extra die that cuts out the center. So we'll see which one we like better when I'm done. And I did pre-stamp all of this, just most of it, I guess, except for the inside, which I should have. And actually, I think I might have one that's done. Yep. And I don't know what happened to my sponge dauber, but I'm going to show you how I got this right there. Hold on just a second. Sometimes when I'm making cards, I just put things on my desk and then I don't put them back in my bin. So we'll just add that inside greeting or layer. Okay, this is Mossy Meadow with Calypso Coral. Now when I'm doing the front, we can add this. That's not a problem. Just a few little, and when I do glue, I'm slowly adding or giving this a squeeze. I tend to do dashes or smears. So if you have trouble with glue and getting too much, don't add dollops. Add a smear and spread it with the tip, because that will prevent that bulging out that you tend to get when you add drops or dollops. So that's pretty neat. Calypso Coral, Mossy Meadow. And here we're going to add, now I made like 13 of these already, so I know just what to do. And this goes kind of at the bottom. This is a 1 inch by 3.5 inch strip. I just played with strips of that paper. So, and then this one goes above it. Now, usually I would cut angles, but I'm trying to fight my natural tendency to do that. Oh, I usually pop this up. So now, instead of popping up this part, I'm going to pop up the whole thing. Something about adding dimension to your projects that helps a lot. Put them in weird places, didn't I? Okay, so then I did this, I kind of centered it on the Calypso Coral designer paper strips, so there's a little bit of evenness up on both sides. Okay, now we can add this to the main card. Now I could sponge the edge with more Calypso Coral, but I'm not going to. And you're saying, why do you always add, almost always add your glue to the base instead of the back? Because I know exactly where this is going to go. I know that it only has 1/8 of an inch on the edge, and now I can touch all of this, and I don't get glue on my fingers. So it does prevent a lot of stickiness from using my adhesives if I adhere glue or add glue to the base of the image or the layer and not my small pieces, especially small pieces. All right, so I don't remember what this is called. Maybe ticket border punch, I'm not sure, but this is a 3/4 inch strip, and this has spaces for 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. And so you slide that in all the way, and then I turn it over. Oh, I'm actually using this side. Never mind, I want the smaller ticket edge or end. So slide it in all the way and punch. And then I'm going to, gotta look here, slide it in all the way, make sure it's even, and punch. So there is our cute little ends. And then we will just sponge, and I could sponge the whole thing, but I think I'm just gonna do the ends, just to highlight those pretty ends. Remember the wider, more ink, don't ever do it on the ground like this, because you can't control how much you get. When you hold it in the air, if you hold this perpendicular, you get a narrow sponging. If you hold it like at a 45-degree angle, you will get a deeper sponge. So I want a little bit more than just an edge. Okay, there we go. Close this. What did I say, Susan? What did I say? Something about how the words get changed? Oh, on when you type something. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it certainly does make it kind of crazy, doesn't it? Now, I'm hoping that when I add this here, I was using mini glue dots. This one's going to have to go underneath a little bit because, yeah, that's just too much. I'm going to put that back, and which I can't, and do a little bit of a trim here because I need a smaller amount I don't have my mini glue dots here. But I want it to have the same level as this. And I also want it to kind of show, I don't know, I'm just being weird. But now I'll show you the gems. These are the new gems, and these are called Pearls of Beauty, and they do look like pearls, don't they? Whoops. Okay. Oh, you know what I did before is I added a little bit of liquid glue underneath there, but it's holding well. So here I added these gorgeous and mostly flat Calypso Coral gems. That one there. You can see how many I used here. All those are gone because I made about 13 of these cards. All right, now I do have, this is another new online exclusive coming out in November. So I did add a bow on here, and if you want to do that, and I kind of fudged a little bit and added it afterwards, so I just have a little piece that's I snuck under there and a little piece over here. But in hindsight, why do I have to do that? So I ended up just tying bows with my twine and adding them with a mini glue dot. So remember, the first time you tie your bow, it's going to look awful. So you simply hold the center with both hands on each side and pull until you're happy with your bow. Okay. And this is in our neutrals twine, baker's twine, I believe. You get 5 colors. That's where I got that. So I thought I would just add it off to the side like this, something like that. But I really didn't feel it was necessary. It would also look good bare at the bottom of the thing, but I don't know if I'm going to add it. It kind of seems a little superfluous here. So this one worked because I added the side, but on my swap cards, I did not add them. So that's the first card I'm showing. I'm going to show you a card I made with the Words of Beauty. So I did this one right here. So this is using the two, I missed the center one. So I have a little bit of a larger border on the just here because I didn't use this one. I should have used this, and I used this and this, but I don't mind it. But I did cut it out in both vanilla and Calypso Coral, and then just scooted it over by a hair so you could see that little border. And this is a sketch, and I forgot to print out my sketch. But these is 3 rectangles. This is the same size as this, is the same size as that, and I just layered them, added this. Isn't that a fun phrase that you can use? This is going to be a popular one. I think we can do a lot of fun things with that. Oh, I thought I did the inside, but I guess I didn't, or else I didn't add it. But you can make a lot of phrases with this one. So I think this is going to be very popular, and the dies too. All right, so that's a card using, and this is using the, I'm going to draw a blank. I use it all the time. I'll think of it later. Hang on. Okay, so next, and I got distracted this morning. I didn't finish what I wanted to do on this one. So here I have a card. I haven't made this yet. This is like new. Here's some of the new dies, the new paper. I kind of thought of a different plan in the middle of the night, but do you think I cut out for it? No, I didn't. So this isn't using this set. It is using the Creative Haven dies for here, and these right there. And I decided to use those Pretty Words delicate framing. So we're going to be stamping, and I forgot my Mossy Meadow ink. I'm on a roll here. We'll see if I forgot anything else. So this is a card, I've made a card like this before, and I wanted to, I just love the fold. We're actually doing one at my my clubs this month. So this is my plan, and I'll just start adding designer paper and layers. Once again, I add it to my bottom layer so I can hold this without, and this is the other side of that, without getting gluey, if that's a word. Okay, so I'm going to add, just leave that off, I'm going to add my designer paper to this one. Yeah, this is vanilla crumb cake, a little bit of espresso and mossy meadow. Okay, so this is going to go like this. So I'm going to open that up. And here I don't know my parameters, so I'm going to add my adhesive to the back side. And just have a slight, maybe a little more than an eighth of an inch on this side. And trying to do the top and the bottom similar. There we go. There's the base of the card. Again, this is using the Delicate Framing and the Creative Haven dies. So the inside, I thought, because I think that matches pretty well, I thought of having a layer, having this is kind of my thought, and stamp here. So we'll see how that works. If I do that, if I change it up. So we will stamp that. I'm going to do the big hugs because it's the smaller. This is also fairly narrow, but I think I would use big hugs card more in some ways than the Here For You. Okay. Ink in Mossy Meadow. I'll be sure that's really dark. And straight. And some of you are probably thinking, how can you make straight when you have it on there crooked? Yes, I should have had it like that. I'm fairly good at that. Don't know why, but, and then the inside, we're going to stamp So Very Thankful. Make it a thank you card. Okay, love these greetings. All right, so the ribbon I used is this Mossy Meadow and Gold ribbon. It's kind of two-sided where one side is a little bit more gold than the other. It's beautiful ribbon. It's 1/4 inch. Love this one. And Mossy Meadow is a common, pretty frequent color that I use anyway. Before I do that, I want to make sure, yes, I did cut that correctly. I've done that before. I get it all full of glue and then it's not correct. That's a problem. Okay, and I thought that I would add this to the bottom like that, just to bring it all together. Again, some smears, not any dollops. You don't have to add it everywhere. But I did. Leave enough room for signing. Okay, now, do I want to add this strip or not? Something that this is hanging from. I don't know if I like it. It almost doesn't quite match perfectly, so I may just leave it off, but I do like this. I think that's kind of fun. I feel like I need another layer. I may just add, my plan was to add a die cut under here, so I don't know if I'm going to add this permanently. I might change it up. By the time I take pictures, it'll be a little bit different. So we're just gonna kind of pretend this gets done here. Okay, this, I did tie this bow ahead of time. Remember, bows and mini glue dots are best friends, so that is how you want to attach them. And we'll add it kind of at the top. So there is the finished card. Like I said, I may add another layer underneath this. I feel like it's a little bit lonely. It needs a little something underneath there, but we will add it. What I do when I want to do that is just add a tiny little bit of adhesive and then lightly touch it so it stays in place. So that's the card with delicate framing and Creative Haven dies. That's new. Oh, I did forget I was going to add, but I don't know where I want to add these. These are the low profile sparkle dots, and they're awesome. I believe this is like Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and I think it might be Daffodil, but it might be Darling Duckling. But the Mossy Moonlight fits perfectly there. Mossy Moonlight, wow. Mossy Meadow. So anyway, I'm going to wait to add my gems because I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. So that was my plan. Anyway, those are the cards that I shared on today's video. Lots of Mossy Meadow, a little bit of Calypso Coral, and brand new products. So I hope you enjoyed them. I will have the free project sheets. They might not be up today. It might be tomorrow because I haven't written any of these up yet. So it might be a little bit, but they are on my Flowerbug Stamp and Share this week and next week on my blog at flowerbug.net. Okay? All right. Yeah. Mossy Meadow cardstock is gorgeous, isn't it? So rich. I love olive, but Mossy Meadow is kind of a richer, a deeper card. I love all the greens though. Thanks, Susan. I'm glad you like the cards. Thanks, everybody. All right, I did not pay much attention to the comments. If there's a question later, I will try and answer them. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope that you'll consider placing an order with the free shipping this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, free shipping with orders over $75, or take that deal. Get that $35 deal and join our Flowerbugs. We have a great group. And we're growing, 12, 13 so far this month. All right, thanks everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.